let you know that when you got.
All right, I think we're gonna need to break this down because this is really, really concerning. What did he say about that press pass? He acknowledged it and said,
I see your press pass too.
and then he asked if Georgia Trans Battery had a press pass of his own. Now, officer, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry to tell you, but this press pass is written in crayons. How the hell are you acknowledging this press pass as something real when it's written in crayons? Have you been eating the crayons yourself, officer? I mean, come on. Is this really what we're doing now? We have a cop that is so lazy or so dumb that he looks at a press pass written in crayons and says, that checks out, no problem. How the hell are we supposed to trust this guy to stop crimes if he can't even tell a real press pass from a press pass written in crayon? Anyways, my mind is blown, to be honest. I'm flabbergasted, I'm shocked, I'm speechless. I don't even know what else to say at this moment.
Yeah, because they'll give it to you, now they won't give it to me.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll forward it to you so that way y'all can correspond.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, you put up what you want to put up. My only request is when you do post your video, if you edit it so I don't get a bunch of random emails from everybody.
Oh, no.
Your email won't go.
I won't. I won't.
Put your email.
Okay.
No, I won't put your email
And
in
then
there. Yeah.
where do I get it? What's the YouTube or Facebook? I can go watch and
the J-Town Press.
J-Town
Yeah.
Press.
Oh, yeah.
Any good rating so far from my standpoint?
Oh, absolutely. From you, absolutely. You.
Mine's Georgia Transparency.
Did you guys hear that? Did I get good ratings so far? This cop is more concerned about getting good ratings on his appearance on a Frauditor video than actually doing his job and protecting the citizens. This is becoming absolutely out of control. You know, the Frauditors always say, why don't you expose bad cops too on your channel? Well, in some ways, it looks like I've already been doing that for the last couple months. It's been
another reason not to trust the cops. I mean, seriously.
Now, this is a recurring problem, but I do blame the police for leaving their computer screens available to the public, knowing that these a-hole frauditors will film them, and knowing that there is personal information on the screens. Just close them down.
Cops can't be trusted, and it's because they don't care.
Stand up. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
I think this is the Mormon Frauditor.
No, I didn't. Yes, you did.
Spread your feet apart.
Yes, you did.
Spread your feet apart.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Take that knife right out of there.
Oh, wait,
yes,
this
sir.
is not the
It's on
Mormon
my right
Frauditor.
side.
It's another one.
Thank you, sir. Other than that, no, sir.
Some drunkard
No,
with
sir.
a gun, maybe?
None.
Wait a minute. I did not see a gun.
Trying to get home, and I'm getting arrested because my Fourth Amendment right.
Did not see a
my
gun.
Fourth
Sorry.
Amendment right, bro.
Not saying he didn't have one. I didn't see one.
I'm bullshit. You think Clinic Gordon? It's open. Oh.
Do we trust the cops?
Yes, sir.
We shouldn't.
Sir, yes, sir. I will sit. Sir, yes, sir.
You should not trust cops just because they're cops.
Do not stop. Do not stop. Keep going. If you get out, you're going to go to jail.
I'm not going to jail.
If you get out, you're going to go to jail. If you get out, you're going to jail.
I will stay right here, I promise.
No, you just pulled a gun. You're.
Wait, what? There's a gun in the vehicle. Yes. He's intoxicated. Yes. Pulled him out. Yes. He pulled a gun? Collusion.
It didn't happen. The cop is lying. But of course he is.
It's hard to believe that some people still can't understand this subject.
You state that American people come first and foremost, American values, American virtues, but you openly support platforms that take away trans people rights.
Number one, that's not taking away anyone's rights, that's a recognition of reality. You have a right to say what you want to say, but you certainly do not have a right to demand that everybody else say it with you. Declaring that everyone else should simply go along with what is in fact a counterfactual statement, a delusion, that's a violation of everybody else's right. If the only perception that matters is my own, that is the essence of narcissism. It's just you in a mirror looking at yourself and then demanding that everybody else say about you what you wish to say about yourself. That's not reality.
How come you can do the same thing?
I'm not doing the same thing. I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm literally not forcing you to do anything. I'm telling you to leave me alone.
Well put.
Can't read? Anyone could tell you a paper says anything. Carl Sagan predicted the world as we know it today back in 1996. Listen carefully.
There's two kinds of dangers. One is what I just talked about, that we've arranged a society based on science and technology in which nobody understands anything about science and technology. And this combustible mixture of ignorance and power, sooner or later, is going to blow up in our faces. I mean, who is running the science and technology in a democracy if the people don't know anything about it? And the second reason that I'm worried about this is that science is more than a body of knowledge. It's a way of thinking, a way of skeptically interrogating the universe with a fine understanding of human fallibility. If we are not able to ask skeptical questions, to interrogate those who tell us that something is true, to be skeptical of those in authority, then we're up for grabs for the next charlatan, political or religious, who comes ambling along. It's a thing that Jefferson lay great stress on. It wasn't enough, he said, to enshrine some rights in a constitution or a Bill of Rights. The people had to be educated, and they had to practice their skepticism and their education. Otherwise, we don't run the government. The government runs us.
If you can't...
Rob Schneider explained exactly why the Democrats lost in just a few seconds.
The Democrats still seem confused as to why they lost this election. They want to think it has something to do with misogyny or racism. Well, let me clear it up for those still bewildered Democrats. You lost because you tried to tell the American people that the economy was great when they couldn't afford to buy groceries. You lost because you ran a moron in place of a president you knew was a corpse attached to a car battery. You lost because you lied about January 6th, calling it worse than Pearl Harbor or 9/11. You lost because men can't have babies, women don't have, and free speech isn't a privilege like a driver's license. It's a God-given right guaranteed by our Constitution.
Rob Schneider explained exactly why the Democrats lost in...
Law enforcement take their life, I believe, because of paranoia. 185 law enforcement officers killed themselves in 2023. 136 died in the line of duty. Why are we having more officers dying by self-inflicted gunshot wounds than they are fighting crime? It's because the leadership is pushing us to the point where we would rather kill ourselves than have to see your face in the morning. That's the problem, and it needs to be addressed nationwide. The DOJ needs to do something about it. Somebody needs to do something. It's getting out of control, and bad leaders need to be held accountable. They need to be fired.
It's not going to happen, but the cops are poorly managed. They're mismanaged to no end. Yeah, cops suck, and their management sucks worse, and that's the reason.
We got a known gun runner 2 blocks up. We can pin at least 3 murder weapons on him. We're gonna put eyeballs on his place. Get early warning system. Police! Let's go, brother! What's wrong? Are you hit? You guys okay? Yeah. The hell were you thinking? Let me hit the streets with a broken rookie.
He's not broken.
He froze when the bullets started flying. You gonna tell me the same thing didn't happen with you the day I got shot?
I thought I helped him get past it.
Well, you didn't. Now it's my problem.
Any idea what that's about? I froze up when the shooting started.
You out him. My career's over too.
He'll self-destruct by the end of the day. I'll catch him on my body cam. He'll be done.
Father's a commander in internal affairs.
I don't care. Boot's a menace.
This is exactly why I didn't tell you. You think Jackson's father won't blame you for the kid's failure? This is political whether you like it or not.
And that's the way police are. They are poorly managed. They're mismanaged. And their problems are not helping us. We got a problem. We have to fix it, and we can't rely on the police to do it.
Is nothing but him hiding a secret camera inside of a church.
This is the Mormon Frauditor.
This dumpster fire of a channel in its entirety is absolutely nothing but him recording people without their consent and without their knowledge. This is some serious peeping Tom kind of bullshit right here. And he acts like it's some kind of big expose on the Mormon church.
What in the hell is this? Don't ask me where that came from.
See, one thing I've learned is that most people don't give a rat's ass about Mormonism. Almost everybody cares about their civil rights.
I'm sorry, I know his audio is horrible, but essentially what he says is he has come to the realization he is never going to make any money off of harassing the Mormon community because
he is a Mormon.
Cannot stand being held accountable for his own actions. Lastly, we're going to take a look at what I believe to be the most important part of the post, as well as the reason that he is so desperate to keep all of this under wraps, and it's because people are calling him out for racism. If you look at this post, he identifies these two young men as being from the inner city. Why? It isn't related to what happened at the Brown Palace under the New Name Noah account of him.
Okay, this is the Mormon Frauditor.
I find it interesting that the same people who basically say that it's crazy that so many people believe in Mormonism when nobody ever actually saw the gold plates, these same people that are making fun of that are the same people that have taken up their torches and pitchforks to come after me for unsolicited dick pics I apparently have sent to some cam girl. And they've never seen the actual dick pics. I mean...
I'm going to block this one out.
Has anybody out there actually seen the alleged dick pic that I sent Jessica Justice? No? Has it crossed anyone's mind that there is no dick pic? I hate to say it, but there's no dick pic.
I think this guy's a liar.
This is what Jessica's been passing around.
No, I'm going to block
this
that.
Shot here.
I'm not going to show that. No way.
What do you think's under that? Has anybody seen what's under that?
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah, you guys remember a couple of days ago where I posted that I was scarred and I was traumatized. This is the situation that I was talking about. Because this is nightmare fuel, and I will never recover. And I did it for you guys. These are images I never wanted in my brain. Now, you'll notice in the TikTok, he hyperfixates on this being a screenshot.
And here we have,
showed him pulling his pants down at hecklers. Do you think they're still together? Did Taylor Swift...
Well, look at this jackass.
and Travis Kelce break up? There's been speculation.
Travis Kelce is a fucking dumbass. Listen to what Mr. Booster Shot Swifty said in his last interview.
Why are you guys leaning into this whole ref thing? You know what I mean? Like, why are you guys leaning into it?
Good question, Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Let's review the footage. How about when your DC called a timeout, which is fucking illegal? Or how Queef defenders punch players and don't get penalized? Or when the Queefs tackled Kyle Shitz before the ball got there with no pass interference? This one's a personal favorite of mine. When Patrick Mahomes' blind zebra boyfriends waited for his pass to be incomplete before throwing a flag. Or when your fucking right tackle jumps early before every play. You see, Mr. Pfizer, beta male podcaster, America doesn't hate the Queefs. We just hate the Stevie Wonder ref bribing fuckery that happens every week. Phantom roughing the Patrick calls. Kermit the fraud flopping. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But fool me every fucking week, this shit is some bundle Rooski bullshit. Take a shot every time you see Taylor Swift on TV this Sunday and your liver will be gelatin. The Voodoo Super Bowl three-peat is inevitable. Bet your house on the Queefs, lil bro. Travis Kelce.
After the fumble, he comes over to Andy. He goes, keep me in. What happened is, on the fumble, he was not in the game. Noah Gray went in, and he had to block.
Did we get that?
After the fumble, he comes over to Andy. He goes, keep me in. What happened is, on the fumble, he was not in the game. Noah Gray went in, and he had to block. After
This
the
guy's
fumble,
a complete piece of shit.
When I tell you Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are about to end,
I mean it. Guys, if you saw the Super Bowl yesterday, it is the end of an era. The Eras tour is officially over. And I am just loving all the tea. Guys, make sure you subscribe to this channel as well as my other channel, Melanie Offscript. And you are going to want to follow me on X because it gets spicy over there. And I have been posting everything that I cannot post a lot of times over here. But look at this. I just want to show you this little montage of Travis Kelce yesterday and just the whole game and the ending of it. And he just looks like he has just, somebody ran over his puppy, y'all. He just cannot believe that pimp suit and his little arm candy Taylor Swift didn't make it through the Super Bowl. Child. This is him leaving the game afterwards all by himself. Now, usually it's like a little entourage. Taylor Swift's all hugged up on him. They just can't get enough of each other. But homeboy is just like, I'm done with all that. I'm sick of this. There'll be no partying. I'm done. And what I did not catch on when he was coming in yesterday with this pimp suit on, is sparkly. It got gold. He up there looking like Liberace or somebody. I don't know who's dressing this boy, but it must be Taylor Swift's people because it's a hot ass mess. But let's continue.
I think you've been hanging out with Patrick Mahomes too much off the field, jackass.
Taught me not to stand around during the football game so you don't get hurt, but what do I know?
Wait, good job there, jackass.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here? I heard you people try to get a little track lead, not to jump around like a bunch of Kansas City faggots.
Nobody robbing you. Would anybody in the world have said, no, given the two choices, I would rather have this crooked, corrupt, slimeball political establishment pawn violently dominating me than not have that, than not have anybody, than having me be able to run my own life? Is there anyone in the world who would have voted for Biden or Kamala if those were the choices? I would suggest no, there isn't. There isn't one person who actually wanted Biden or Kamala in charge of their lives. That isn't their ideal. That isn't what they woke up going, the world would be great if only those slimeball crooks who I only heard of last week were violently dominating me and stealing my money. Nobody thinks that.